I start by saying that just because somebody says that something's true is true, doesn't make it true. And therefore, I've read the accusation by the principal auditor that says that the chief minister has acted in an unconstitutional manner and improper in blocking him from carrying out a money laundering, an AML or compliance audit. Well, wait a minute. The chief minister told him very clearly, and it's in the report, so you've got to read it in the report. You don't take my word for it. I've read it in the report, and I trust the chief minister to have said this, because even the principal auditor has said that this is the position of the government and indeed the position of the financial secretary. And I have looked at the legislation over the last 24 hours, and I have no doubt in my mind that that is the case, that the principal auditor in law does not have the statutory powers to audit the Gibraltar Savings Bank from an AML perspective. If that is the legal position, as I believe that to be the legal position, and indeed that is the basis of the legal advice that the government received, and it's in the report itself, and Mr. Sacramento doesn't suggest that he has taken legal advice to contradict the advice that was taken by the government of Gibraltar. Well, if that is the case, then, Jonathan, nobody's blocking him from performing his statutory duties. What it means is that he wanted to discharge a statutory function for which he had no responsibility. I also read from the report, by the way, over the last 24 hours.
If I may, Mr. Feetham, you were talking about the save one particular issue, and we've got one more minute, so I just wanted to ask you before we time out, how you, when you picked up the report and read it for the first time, generally, how did you feel?
Well, obviously, I've been involved in governance and compliance for most of my career, 31 years. I've published a book on governance and compliance. I am used to a situation where auditors audit financial institutions and they engage with the company so that they deliver a draft report to the company to allow an engagement with the company, to allow the company to correct any material inaccuracies. That didn't happen. And let me also say this, that according to Mr. Sacramento himself, he wanted to review the savings bank from a compliance perspective in the middle of March,
Mr. Feetham,
2.5 months before he was due to retire.
In respect of final conclusions, not because there was a conversation throughout.
Well, there is a conversation, but what you do ordinarily in an audit process, because I've done it, I have read over 100 audit reports in my entire career. I am used to receiving a draft audit report, if I am a director of leading companies, as I have been, to allow us to go through the report and draw...
Like a Maxwellization process.
Absolutely right. That's a very good analogy. Well, that didn't happen on this occasion.
You read the report. If we put to one side your reservations, there must be stuff in there that you're upset about and which you want to see rectified.
Well, I think there are things in there that obviously require an explanation. And let me tell you that the Chief Minister has committed to giving an explanation on every single item of criticism in the Principal Auditor's report. Let me also point out that the report itself is the report for the year 2018-2019. And the principal auditor draws attention to matters that relate to things that were actually quite recent. So there we have a principal auditor who's racing against the clock because he was due to retire on the 31st of May to draw attention to matters which are highlighted in a report for which it doesn't relate to the year.